Welcome back to Welsh Miniature Board Gamer, and today we're going to have an unboxing and review of the Wargames Atlantic Conquistadors. So this box comes with enough multi-parts to make 24 miniatures, and they're in our usual 28mm range. So looking at the box, as usual, a rather uninspired looking box, this white sort of background with a picture of what they possibly could look like once you've painted them up, etc. It's really nothing to write home about and kind of boring, but you know, it's what to expect from Wargames Atlantic. So there's a write-up about them and a few little pictures of what they're gonna look like, etc. So cracking the box open, we get a bunch of sprues. So we got 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now there's some miniatures missing you might have seen on that one, but that's just because I have already cut them out to start building them. So looking at this, we have 6 miniatures per sprue. Showing you again, 6 miniatures on each sprue. It comes with a variety of weapons, arms and heads, as you would expect from this sort of kit. Now, I got this mainly because I want to use it for my games of Ghost Archipelago, and I think these would make good crew members for that game. So yeah, it comes with all sorts in here. So you got like swords, two-handed weapons like pylons or halberds. We got even some drums, which is kind of cool. We got matchlocks. We got shield arms. We got a couple of shields here. And yeah, it looks like you're gonna have everything that you want. It's even got a few crossbows, which is rather good. So you know, you got any weapon really you're gonna want these guys to have. For a conquistador especially. If you want to use them in other games, maybe you're gonna want to swap them up a bit. But really, it's got all the weapons that you might want. I suppose there's not a bow here, but. For conquistadors you wouldn't want really bows. Crossbows, yeah, okay, I can get that. Matchlocks especially, yes, so yeah, I think everything that you'd really want. Then you get 4 of these sprues as well, which is like I suppose sort of like command sprue, I suppose. And these have like enough swords in scabbards so that you can put them on their sides. To arm them. Again, we've got a few more bucklers here, a couple of two-handed weapons, some pylums, or spears of some sort. Yeah, most of them being held in sort of like a marching pose, which is kind of useful because, they can be held upright in order to keep them out of the way a bit. So we're going to paint them up and see what they look like once they've got coat of paint on them, or what at least I could manage to get them to look like. So starting off with this guy, I think he turned out pretty good. I painted up in my red and yellow, which is kind of my crew colours for my Ghost Archipelago games. My only slight problem with this miniature is his weapon arm, the one that's holding the sword. Seems rather short to me, actually, now looking at it. It looks like, his arm that you got to see coming down by his side looks fine, but that one pointing up in the air, when you look at it, he hasn't got much arm. It sort of goes from like the big puffy sleeve straight to his hand, which is a little bit weird, but I can forgive it. But that's a slight disproportionate part of this kit. So this guy has got his matchlock. I really like him. I think he painted up really well. And I really enjoy painting these like puffy sleeves. There's a lot of colour that I can put down on them because they're, this thing. And he goes to work together really kind of well. The same problem with all two-handed weapons miniature kits is, trying to line them up, etc. Which is a bit of a fiddle, but actually worked out pretty easy with this guy holding his matchlock. So yeah, really like him. That's the second of the 6 that I've actually painted up. So next we have a sort of a sword and buckler, or a Taj, or target shield, if you like. And he's got his full breastplate and helmet on this guy, and he looks, yeah, a bit more armoured, a bit more ready for battle. Yeah, again, really like how he's turned out, and I'm really quite impressed with it. Considering my past experience with Wargames Atlantic has been a bit mixed bag. I loved their foot knights, I loved their harvesters, but I really disliked their spiders. I found them a real pain to put together. But these guys, again, really nice and easy and clean and really good. I think maybe the spiders were probably the oldest sculpt I put together too, which was a bit of a problem. I do like that these conquistadors could be armed with crossbows, not just matchlocks, so they can fit in with other games a bit more easily, a bit more fantasy games, etc. If you're not using them for their proper historical wargaming, which of course I'm never going to use them as actual Spanish conquistadors, but I would use them as, you know, crew members, etc. of a you know, a pirate style game or whatever. Then we've got this guy with a two-handed sword and one of those rather dapper-looking hats. I don't know what they were called. Maybe put in the comments down below actually what they were called, because I'm not even sure what they would have been called. A bit like is it a pork pie hat or something? I don't know. Yeah, really like him. They painted up again really nice, and I think they're going to look good with my Ghost Archipelago crews. You know, they're going to fill out that sort of, you know, that sort of crew for me. So this guy, I think, is like the commander, I would have thought, or the champion maybe. You know, screaming charge to his men, you know, with his sword arm. Again, this sword arm looks about the right sort of length, unlike maybe the other one. Though again, maybe a little bit shorter than his shield bearing arm. If you kind of look at them, it does look a little bit short maybe, but you know, the perspective and all, it looks okay, so we're not going to worry too much about that. So for a size comparison, this is against a Games Workshop Cabal or whatever they call them. Yeah, as you can see, they're quite a bit smaller than the GW guys, but you know, GW is well known for its rather large size. So this is against an Oathmark light infantry person, and he looks perfectly in scale with that guy. So yeah, much more in keeping with that sort of Frostgrave, etc. scale. So this is a Frostgrave's Barbarian, and he's kind of stooped over the Barbarian, but you can see here, if he stood upright, he would be actually a little bit bigger, but that's okay because he's a Barbarian. So all in all, yeah, size comparison, really good. And all in all, I really like this kit. So if you've liked this video, you could always leave a like and maybe even comment. I do reply to every comment left on my channel. If you really like it and would like to see more from me in the future, you could always subscribe, and I would be very grateful for that. So it's going to be goodbye from me, Welsh Miniature Board Gamer, until next time.